I don't remember if I told you, but today's stories are going to be all about women. Not just because it's Women's History Month or Harriet Tubman's birthday, but because it seems like men always have their stories told. Let's see. We've talked about the color conventions. Now, let me tell you about the Harriets. Three Harriets of the 1800s, Tubman, Wilson, and Jacobs, were women who endured much hardship in their lives. But because of their resilience, intelligence, and caring spirits, they survived and contributed to the life and future possibilities of many African American men and women. Harriet Wilson has been hailed as the first African American woman to publish a novel. The novel Our Nig, published in 1859, tells the story of life as an indentured servant in the North. Born into slavery, Harriet Tubman became an important conductor of the Underground Railroad, leading many enslaved people to freedom. And Harriet Jacobs escaped slavery to become a writer and an abolitionist. You may be familiar with her autobiography, Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl. This might be my favorite story. Let me tell you all about the three Harriets. Harriet, Jacobs, Tubman, Wilson, bearing witness to darkness, yet finding the light, with courage, perseverance, and resilience. Harriet.
This house, big, but the way I am held by his hands, I am a tight fist. I tiptoe and flinch around every corner. Over my shoulder is where my eyes live. This body I carry, not mine. My chest heaves all day. High yellow, light bright, almost white. Whatever color I am called, his gaze burns me. So does his hands. I am kept closer than his wife. He leaves me nothing but bruised blue. I, house nigger, not one step up from, but another kind of down. House be another way to say field. He makes me feel like the dirt he walks on, upturned and plowed. His teeth, metal rakes across my skin. His mouth and his hands don't do nothing but take, rip, tear, and thrust. I bleed and breathe. Chains seen or unseen, my feet still shackled. This is not the life the Almighty meant for me, but no choice is what I got. The only place I run far is in my mind. I keep my lips shut, but every scream I don't shout is loud within me. Every scream adds up to flee. My feet become my mind. They carry me to where Grandma stayed, she free. How I like to just lie down in her arms and rest for always. But ain't no rest for a hunted slave. Light bright, almost white, whatever color I am called, his gaze finds me. This body I carry, not my own. My chest heaves all day. Grandma addicts me away. When I walk through her upstairs door, I don't know if I will ever return. This attic feels like a pine box. My feet can't wander many feet yonder, but a few steps. My hands, my arms, my legs God gifted me can't stretch. I am a big star dwelling in shuttered light. So small my world seems. Low roof and tight walls make like my grave. This attic could be a pine box closing, but in my chest I feel an opening. Above his reach, the less I feel like a kept thing. This room dark most days, but I see myself clear. I dance in this place of tight wall and roof to break his white grass. I wiggle, I weave, I work, not 7 days, 7 weeks, but 7 years of bearing heat and cold. Where rats bite the only touch I know. I am bit by this day. But I fix my mind for when the door opens. I am ready to fling myself wide and take up any space in this world, fully free and human. Every one of my names I earned, except the first, Araminta Ross, given to me at birth. Didn't take too much to it. Sounds like a flower standing in a field. Araminta got God's covering. I keep the prayer and music from it. For short, they say Minty. I like how that sing. Got more of my sting. I stands up when anyone wrong. When I do that, man head-butted me into dreams and visions. Took Tubman from my man. My husband left me, 'cause I wouldn't stay put. He act like I was running back and forth for nothing. He wanted me rooted to his knee and the cabin. 19 times I went south, and one of those times I was back, he gone in another woman's arms. He asked me in the middle of my heart with that. I knowed he loved me. I knowed I loved him too, but I was meant for more. I belong to the many. They calls me Harriet. I took Harriet from my mama. Her love circled around me like my wrap around my head, like my shawl hugged my shoulders. They call me brave 'cause I wrap my long arms around my peoples. This is how I stand, rooted and ready for battle. This is how I love, fitted for fight. My face is not fixed on pleasing. What good is a smile in war? I'm busy with battle. Call me conductor too, 'cause I had this foot train. With hounds at my bloody feet, I still runs. I runs and I runs. I told Frederick Douglass once, I ain't never lost a passenger. I know which way is north with my ear to God's mouth. General too they call me, 'cause I act ahead when no woman's supposed to be. But I outsmart every slaver's hunt. Fear for what? Once I break chains, their minds be next. No matter what they call me, my mind is locked and loaded on a mission. If they even think about turning back, I point pistol to head, say, a dead Negro's tell no tale. This the way my spirit rise up. My fire be both a curse and a blessing. This fire burns, never snuffed out. They call me Moses. My people must go free. They whisper spy too. when they speak of me, 'cause I got my hands in so many plots. They give me names, so many names. Most of them vanish, but by God's grace I go in a long skirt with these able hands to answer every call. All woman. Born free, I was still dragged by my spirit from sunup to sundown. A daughter of a hooper of barrels, a daughter of a washerwoman. My knuckles blood, my mama's callous legacy. My curved spine, my papa's inheritance. My dark skin hung on me like a shadow. With it, I faced the heat of hate. I lived my childhood dome squashed, singed by my mistress' breath, housebound, pressed, leash tied to obedience, dragged by my spirit from sunup to sundown. My neck squirms to somebody else's clock. I swing to this borrowed cadence. My dance is drag, shuffle, and kickball chain. I dangle to the strain of a short leash, a tight noose with the tag R nig. This is how I am called, less than the family dog. Under my tongue, there is a prayer. Under my tongue, there is civility, but no one would ever know because my mouth is tame, my dreams squelch, but I am more than what my mistress makes of me. I am fashioned by a force greater than her will, stronger than her rawhide slash, boot tip and poison whipping of words. My mistress always makes a cruel point, but my rage is the sharpest blade in this house, a keen tip sharpened by her edge. I am destined to slice strife. In my chest, a hurricane stirs my heart. The whoosh sounds like a familiar friend. Harriet, my name, an elixir I drink. When pinched between earth and sky, from this deep well I find the more than what my mistress makes of me. In my heart I am stirred, not by our nig, but my true moniker, Harriet, meaning home ruler, forged by fire to live and burn by my own flame.
Harriet, Jacobs, Tubman, Wilson, bearing witness to darkness, yet finding the light, with courage, perseverance, and resilience. Harriet.